Do you love travel and do you love money? Now, we have been able to combine the two things that we love the most, which is travel and money. And here we are living the lifestyle that we've always dreamed about. We are no longer worrying about our annual leave because we are not 9-to-5ers and we're not living paycheck to paycheck. You can monetize travel to help you live the lifestyle that you want, travel the world, and help other people understand how they can travel the world too. We help our clients to book the most amazing holidays, just like this one that we're on at the moment. And we want to help other people also live this lifestyle. So if you're interested, please do send us a message and we will give you all the information that you want. Making travel pay, that's what we do.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another incredible episode of Husband and Life. I am Standish.
And I'm Kelechi.
And together we are the Chapfika.
Little Barry White. So.
Hi.
It's been an interesting week.
Very, very interesting. Busy.
But before we start, I'd like to address our new people that have joined us.
Hey, we see you.
We thank you.
We thank you.
Welcome to our madness. We want you to chime in. This is a conversation between the two of us, okay? This isn't just us chatting. We're chatting with you, welcoming you into our community. So, welcome. For those of you that haven't pressed subscribe yet, let's talk about those lurkers. They just be watching. We just need you to pew onto the subscribe button, okay?
Yeah,
It's not too difficult. It takes 2 seconds just to go pew, okay?
Don't be a lurker. Don't be a watcher. Be a subscriber.
That's what we're saying, okay? We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Today's episode is going to be an interesting one, I think, because a lot of people have been talking about this, and I thought, I'm not sure if I want to watch it, but then I watched it because I thought, you know what? What's
the word on the street?
The word on the street. So the new documentary, called My Sweet Bobby.
Oh, my sweet one.
Sweet Bobby, My Catfish Nightmare.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's all about this beautiful woman called Kirat, Kirat. Yes. So she is catfish, basically. She's catfished.
Kirat wasn't moving correct. They sent her.
I'm sad for her because it's a sad story. So we're going to delve into that today.
Okay.
We're going to be discussing red flags because, you know, we love to chat about the red flags. Okay. They be flagging. They be flagging. We be ignoring. Okay. And then
you repeat and repeat.
We're going to talk about emotional manipulation. One of our favorite subjects. You know, discussing how we use emotions to make people do stuff that they don't want to do. Don't want to do it.
I imagine.
And then we're going to talk about inconsistent communication because, you know, we're big on communication.
It's the key.
We be chatting. But in this story, there was a lot of inconsistency. There was a lot of inconsistencies in the whole story, but inconsistent communication was a big one for this documentary. But before we start, how you doing, babe?
I'm wonderful. You know, I'm really good. Had a great weekend. Elijah went to rugby by himself. You know, after the other week, he rode his bike. Well, he missed his bus and he found a way to get home. He jogged through the woods and through the struggles and he got home safe, sweating. And I was like,
He ran the whole way.
Ran the whole way. I was like, listen, look at little 3-mile run. You know, look at you getting right. You know, getting next level out here.
Preparing himself for the athlete he's going to be.
Turning your struggle into a hustle. You know, that's what he did. He turned his struggle into a hustle, into muscle. That's what he did. So nice, good. We had a lovely party in the Coventry where we went to this lovely
charity
event we went to. Yes. It was just amazing. Everybody looked.
Great way to celebrate Diwali.
Yes, first time. Yes, you know, it was like, oof. It was so good.
So good. Met so many wonderful people.
Yes.
We celebrated.
Ah.
Okay, we had us a GT, a good time.
Hey.
Okay.
You know, so but now I'm Gucci. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm sensational.
Sensational. Getting that Karuski.
In the Karuski every day we be doing what we do, activities
Mm.
to ensure that we are ensuring that we're successful, okay?
Ensuring that we're ensuring.
Ensuring that we're successful. We've got to stay focused.
Stay on it.
There's only less than 60 days left of 2024. So all of the New Year's resolutions and all that stuff that you guys
set aside to where they at.
Make sure that you have accomplished them by the end of 2024. You still got time. Still got time. So there's a couple of things I still want to accomplish before the end of the year. I still have time. And yeah, just working my way through the list. So hey. But let's talk about talk about this documentary.
Talk to us.
Because I watched it. I wasn't gonna, but I watched it because I was like, I need to know.
Okay.
A whole decade.
What do you mean?
A decade of being catfished.
10 years.
10 years.
10.
A whole decade of being catfished is absolutely ludicrous to me.
10 years.
And in those 10 years, you didn't see the person. You didn't FaceTime the person. They said they were Skyping, but they couldn't see each other. Bruh.
The way my camera is set up, I can't be Skyping. I broke my camera.
There's so many red flags in this story, and sometimes I think we as human beings, human psychology, we know something ain't quite right. It's not quite right.
The math ain't mathing.
But we still
give it
let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, he's a good person. And it's just like, girl, he lying.
Maybe he ain't.
He's lying. So the things that I took away from this documentary, because there was a lot. It was a long one. And I didn't want to be going through the entire story with you guys. You need to watch it if you're into these kind of things, this psychology, right? So the main things that came up was that she met him in 2010. He was a family, he was from a well-known family. So he wasn't really a family friend, but his brother had dated her cousin. So that was the link, yeah? His brother had dated her cousin for a short period of time.
Okay.
So they became friends on Facebook. And they were chatting for a bit. And they just, were just really good friends. They were just really getting to know each other. He was in a relationship. She was in a relationship. So they were just chatting, okay? Just getting to know each other, having a good time. Then he has an issue, and he apparently gets shot.
Okay.
And
why are you laughing?
He gets shot, and he has to go into witness protection. Okay. So he gets shot, and he has to go into witness protection. Remember these things that I'm saying, because they're very significant.
Okay.
He has to go into witness protection because he's been shot in Dubai. But he has to go into witness protection, and they take him to New York to give him medical treatment.
So, okay.
Okay.
These lies are so extravagant.
They're so wild. But in the witness protection, he somehow manages to create a new Facebook profile and contact her. You're in witness protection, but you're able to use Facebook to make a new profile contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Let that land, guys. Let that land. Okay. So they're talking again. But he's been shot, so he can't really function as he should. His health is in dire straits. He's on the edge. Okay. Then he has a stroke. And the one side of the body is not working properly, so he can't move as freely as he wants to, and he can't talk.
This is real.
Are
you serious?
He can't talk.
Okay.
So they can't talk on the phone.
So he
That's
has,
the reason why they can't talk on the phone. So he has
oh,
to send messages. Okay, can only send messages. And they want to Skype, but they can't talk on Skype. He can only make funny noises. And she's just talking. Bro, the story is wild. I don't even know. That's what I'm saying it. I'm just like, really? As I'm trying to tell you the story, I'm like, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Anyway, so he said he was in
the
witness
people will
protection.
believe anything they want to believe, innit? This is the loneliness be real out here, bro.
Loneliness will make you see
The
nothing.
thing,
Okay?
something from nothing.
Something from nothing. So during the time he got shot, he was in a relationship. And they were going to get married.
And the person left him.
No. They were going to get married. She was there with him, apparently, for him when he got shot, looking after him. But then they broke up. Okay? Because apparently the scenario was too much for her. They broke up. Their relationship deteriorated. And also, Kirat's relationship deteriorated. She had been with someone for several years, but it was on and off, and it was quite tumultuous.
And then they broke up.
So they broke up. So that left them both single.
Okay.
So when he was, going through his treatment in New York, he started to say he had feelings for her, and they started to spend more time together because, he was a really good friend to her, but then she started to get the feels as well. And then a bombshell hits that his ex-girlfriend is pregnant with his baby.
Dang.
Okay. Now, this puts a spanner in the works because she, they've decided they're going to get married. They've decided that they're going to tell her family that they want to get married. But obviously now, he's got a baby with somebody else. And that's not going to look good in the Asian community. That don't look good. It don't look good.
Listen, this person doesn't talk, yeah?
They don't talk. You found out all this information from
text.
messages
And
on
you decided.
On your Facebook Messenger.
So you're going to get married to this person that doesn't talk?
I'm telling you, I don't.
Okay.
How you gonna communicate?
Through text. The kids do it now, innit? They be standing in the same line. Hi, let's send a snap to the person that's across from them. Okay, good.
So the storyline is it gets wilder and wilder. As you can imagine, she deals with a lot. Okay, because obviously he's unwell on the other side of the world. She wants to be with him. But he's in witness protection and he can't leave the hospital because he's still getting medical treatment
from his
gunshot wound. Yeah. And stroke. Okay. So he can't leave and be with her. But she's really feeling for him because, it's been a long time. I ain't seen you. We've been just talking. You can't have long distance relationship and not see each other. It's just not right, is it, guys? So things start to get a bit out of control because she's getting a bit obsessed with him. And the fact that, she really wants to be just his touch, just his smell, just be around him. So she said to him, I really want something of yours so I can just smell you and, think of you and be close to you because he was supposed to come, but he couldn't come because he's still not well. So he said, well, I'm in New York. I don't know how I'm going to get anything to you. Then coincidentally, the cousin was going to New York for a work situation. So the cousin said, I'll go.
And get it.
I'll go for you. Kimran is cousin. I'll go and get the T-shirt for you. No problem. So she went and she got a T-shirt for Kirat, her cousin.
Who gave?
Let's get to that point. So now they have started their relationship. It's serious business. Her parents, her mum knows. Her dad don't know. They said, don't tell the dads because of the scandal with the baby. They need to figure that out. And they also said, don't tell the dad because the dad would then, he would want to start telling people. And they didn't want to tell anybody yet because of the baby situation. They had to figure out how they were going to, deal with that scandal.
Deception.
Okay, perception is everything in our families. So. And the fact that she was a lot older, she was pressurized to get married. So I think that played a part in her.
Your time is running out.
To this man, yeah, her biological clock was ticking, and she needed to be with someone. So I think that was a main factor in why she overlooked so many red flags. It was it was just like pew, 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 pew. Anyway, so fast forward. She spent a lot of time on Facebook talking to him. He introduced her to his friends and family on Facebook. And she spent all her time online chatting to this man called Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
She never saw him. She never, had a FaceTime or anything with him. It was literally Skypes and Facebook Messenger for 10 years. Okay? 10 years, guys.
How do you Skype somebody for 10 years that doesn't talk back to you? So you literally say, you know what, I was watching this on the train today. Can you imagine what happened? It was that. And then they go, Imagine. Huh? Okay.
But you can message and say, oh, that's fantastic.
5 emojis, yeah.
Well, voice notes and stuff, innit? You can just do. Well, you can't do voice
You
notes.
can't do voice notes, fam. That's what I mean. Because voice notes will be talking.
You can send two message with your one hand that works and reply that way. You can have a conversation with someone without having to hear their voice. But I don't know how you do that for 10 years. That's a long time to be talking to someone and not see their face.
And be ready to marry them.
I'm ready to marry them. And how do you have a marriage with somebody you haven't seen? Like, that's crazy.
Even arranged to be sitting in the same room.
At least sit in the same room.
So
and
they
look
know
at each other and they size each other up.
So they know. They give an hour, to just...
Even, the parents will meet each other and discuss what they need to discuss.
The parents will know the child exists.
And this is them. Like, you ain't never seen them.
Okay.
So the dramatic end to it, after the 10, because she started to go crazy. Like, she started to cut herself off from friends. She stopped going to work because he started to get jealous. He would, manipulate her and say, oh, who's these? Because she was DJ and she worked in events and things like that. So, you have to talk to people. But he would get jealous and be like, who's this man you're talking to? So she stopped DJing and she stopped doing her radio show because she had to talk to, listeners would call and she had to talk to them. He didn't like it, so she stopped doing the radio show. She just became a shell of herself, started losing weight. I don't know how that happens to you by someone that's only sending you messages, but hey ho. That's what she was going through. Some serious psychological manipulation was happening, and he knew he had her, basically.
They're projecting, innit? They're trying to push you. They make you feel bad for going after your dreams and goals.
She was fully ambitious, like really
because of their lack of ambition.
Yeah, she was getting it.
Why would you want to do that?
She was that girl in that industry. So the climax of the craziness is she and him were deciding when he was going to come over. He said he was coming over, okay? He said, I booked a flight, I'm going to go. He gave her the flight details. She was tracking the flight. He said he didn't want to meet at the airport. I don't want to meet at the airport. I'm going to stay in the hotel. Give me a couple of days to get myself together because, I'm not confident with the way I look and things like that. 2 weeks go past. She ain't seen him. Guys, in what world?
2 weeks.
Your face.
2 weeks.
2 weeks go by. Every time she said, oh, I'm going to come over, he was like, no, don't come. In what world? In what world would you be okay?
Someone flew down.
Someone flew from New York to be with you. But they didn't want to see you for 2 weeks.
I'm not ready yet.
Right?
Chill, fam. Chill. Give me some time. I've had 10 years.
I've had 10 years.
I'm ready.
I've been waiting. I got a T-shirt. Like, come on now. I've been sniffing the T-shirt every night. Like, what? So she did some detective work. Some serious private investigative work. Yes.
She got on her.
Because she was like, no, like, you can't just hide from me. She was trying to go to the hotel where he said he was staying. They said they'd never heard of him before. We ain't know who that is. So he said to her, well, I didn't give them my
real name. This guy is...
Why are you hiding? He said, because of the witness protection, I can't give them my real name.
Fez. He was ready. He was ready.
So she got the information of Bobby, the Bobby, and she realized that he was not at the hotel. He lives in Brighton,
What do you mean?
where we live. In Brighton.
No.
He lives in Brighton. She found the address. She rocked up at the address. And Bobby opened the door when she knocked on the door. And Bobby looked at her like, who are you? I don't know you. Who the hell are you? So she was like, what are you talking about? We've been talking to each other for 10 years. Da, 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 da. You're my fiance. Here comes his wife, the one that was supposed to be the ex-girlfriend. The wife walks to the door with the baby. Well, he's not a baby no more, he's grown ass. But with the child. And she's like, what are you doing here with your ex-girlfriend? What are you doing here? And literally, she looks like a mad person because they're looking at her like, who are you? So that was the catfish, guys. They used his image, the wife's image, the baby's image to pretend that they were them. And the person that was catfishing her.
No.
The person that was catfishing her was the cousin, Kimran. Kimran was catfishing her for 10 years.
The cousin that went and got the t-shirt.
The cousin that went and got the t-shirt. The cousin that was dating the brother.
Why?
We don't know. All we know is that she said it's something to do with childhood, something to do with their childhood. So I don't know what Kimrat did to her, but
she must have loved
you have some serious hate in your heart
to your cousin.
To watch your cousin go through turmoil and pain for 10 years. And I mean, like, when she had issues, she would call that cousin and tell the cousin what's going on. The cousin would be like, oh, it's okay, it's all right. She literally said she went to a dinner with the cousin and the cousin would, you got the Apple Watch. The cousin would send a message to her from the Apple Watch pretending to be Bobby. There's something wrong with you. You got issues.
Wait, what are you saying?
10 years. Your first cousin.
So this is started in 2010. You said
started in 2010.
So till COVID,
till COVID time. This is what she was doing, talking to her cousin essentially. And what kills it is that all the people that she had been discussing, like having conversations with on Messenger, there was up to 60 different people. That cousin created 60 different profiles to pretend to be his friends, his family members, his cousins, all of these things. You got bare time on your hands, boy. Wow. You are seriously...
You could have built a network.
You could have built...
and made some money, blood.
You could have made some money, bro.
You're building profiles
with all that time. Lord have mercy. I was like, Jesus, this is some serious hatred in your heart. I don't know what happened as a child, but
this is different level of vengeance, bro. When you really like...
That's really... So, when she found out it was her cousin, obviously she was devastated. My thing is, though, there's several things in the story that I felt like you should have known. You should have known. Why? First of all, okay, he got shot. Went into witness protection. We never asked him why he got shot. We never found out who wanted to kill him. Who was gunning for him?
Did he catch a stray?
Yeah, what happened? Why? Also, if you're in witness protection, as far as I'm concerned, from all the films I've watched,
all the films I've watched,
all the American films I've watched, okay,
Identity.
When you go into witness protection, you can't talk to nobody.
They tell you to cut everybody off.
You can't talk to nobody
because they're watching.
That's from your past life. You have to start a new identity. Therefore, you are a new person.
They either go with you.
They go with you, or you leave them behind.
That's it. Two options.
And you can only take your immediate family with you. Some people had to leave their mums and dads behind, bro.
Because they have to relocate and they have to new lives.
You can't call no one. So how are you creating profiles to message someone that's not your girl? She's not your girl. At the time when he came back into she was not a girl. He already had a girl. So that should bring some. That should ask you. You should be asking questions. You should be like,
this ain't adding up.
This ain't adding up because you're on witness protection and you ain't supposed to contact me. I don't care if you've changed profiles and changed names. You're not supposed to contact me because you're in danger. Your life is in danger.
But we didn't ask the right question.
Didn't ask no
Why
question.
were you shot? What was you doing?
What was you at? Where was you at? Who
was you with?
Like, come on now. Also, why can't he talk? Like, I mean, come on. Stephen Hawkins can talk, bro.
The bullet
Stephen Hawkins can talk.
hit the artery that goes through the vocal cord that paralyzes his left arm, which left him being a professional texter.
Can press 2 machine
and go
and talk to us. Yeah. So how?
So how does he?
How
does he text?
Well, apparently one side was, with strokes you have one side.
Left,
yeah, one side is.
The right is all right.
The other side is okay. Depends on what side he was. I don't know what side he was. The debilitating, stroke. So
in the story, anyway.
In the story, because we know he's not. It wasn't true. None of it was true. Like none of it. Not even 1 second. It was true because Bobby didn't even know who she was. Bobby was scared. He would call the police. He said, I didn't know who this crazy woman was at my door telling me that I've been in a relationship with her for 10 years. Hey, and your wife looking at you crazy, like, what are you doing? Who you been doing? Lord have mercy.
A lot of mercy.
So yeah, there was many holes in the story that should have said, okay, this story is a bit Hollywood. It's a bit Nollywood for me, and I think you're lying.
It's a bit Tyler Perry-ish.
It's a bit Tyler Perry-ish, yeah. And I really think that this is a lie. But I think because she was so desperate, in her desperation for getting married, having children, so the aunties and uncles can stop asking you, when are you getting married? When are you going to have children? And you can stop bringing shame to the family. She didn't
whatever came, she was ready to take a person that doesn't talk, doesn't text. He was kind. He was loving.
To an extent, until he wasn't. But yeah. He was kind at the beginning.
Considering he heard her feelings, he heard how she was feeling. He was compassionate. He was empathetic, and he paid attention.
And he cared about her. He was very caring. Listen to her problems, her emotional issues. When she broke up with her partner it was a long-term relationship, so there's a lot of pain there. So he was the shoulder to cry on. So, that shoulder.
That shoulder to cry on becomes that thing to ride on. That thing.
So she ain't riding nothing, but in 10 years, I ain't seen you, okay? Ain't nothing to ride, I ain't seen you, okay?
Imagination.
That's what she wanted the t-shirt.
That's what the t-shirt, blood. The t-shirt was doing bits.
Oh my gosh. And then what makes me laugh is, I shouldn't laugh, but she said, it could happen to anyone. It can't. It can never be me, babes. It could never. Like, there's just certain stories where you're like, this
At some
I
point,
don't know. I'm too logical for these kind of stories. Like, I would be like, the math ain't math, and the 2 + 2 is not equating to 4. So
in 17,
it's coming up at 54 at this point.
Hey,
Because the lies were just top tier lies. You got shot and had a stroke, and now you're in New York from Dubai.
and you took like.
How did you get there?
When we FaceTime.
Who took you there? Why did they take you there? They have amazing hospitals in Dubai. Why are you? Anyway,
And now
I don't even know if it was Dubai. It might have been somewhere else. But even so.
And now we on this Skype like,
So, yes.
You gotta perfect that.
The red flags. And the reason why she didn't want to talk is because...
She would know. This is the person I talk to every day.
Exactly. So you have to hide your voice. And you can't do man voice. She didn't have that voice changer app thing. So
You can be like,
I don't think it was created in 2010. So,
It was too late
It was too early for her to start
to be
thinking about those
inventive,
things.
you know.
To start using those voice changers and stuff. It wasn't available them times. I don't think so. Yeah, guys, this story is wild, and I was just like, I feel like if you were in a better mind frame,
Mm-hmm.
you would have picked up on those red flags, and you would have been like, nah, this is bullshit.
If
You're
you
chatting ish.
Because if you wasn't so hungry and desperate, if you didn't have the external pressures constantly saying to you, when are you gonna get married? Don't you think that it's and then you start comparing. You might have siblings, you might have friends. And
Everyone's getting married, yeah.
and your parents love to tell you, oh, I heard such and such child did this. I heard such and such child that like in a way they think is helping you when you're trying to figure out your life.
Motivational, but it's not.
It's not motivational use only. You know, it's not that. It's it's detrimental use. It destroys anything you got going.
It's not motivational at all when you hear such and such is doing so great and you ain't doing great at all. You can't even find a man that will love you.
They will love you
And be consistent
Being
with his
consistent.
love. Yeah, no.
So you gotta go on the social medias and start for 10 years before you even get the ting.
Time. That's many years wasted. You could have been you could have been with a real person.
You could have had three relationships, three failed marriages in that time, blood.
Bare kids.
Bare kids.
Like, there's so many things you could have been doing other than chatting on FaceTime.
The amount of productivity you could have done.
Like, Facebook Messenger is not where we should have been at for 10 years. Like, we could have gone on blind dates.
And at the rate, it means it required a lot of time.
It required a lot. It took
to
over
communicate.
Her life. It took over her life. To the point where
because
she
it becomes addictive. Because
yes. You're always thinking about them. She said, when I woke up in the morning, took a picture. She woke up in the morning, took a picture and sent it to him every morning. That's crazy.
And what did he send back?
Nothing. It was just to keep tabs on her to make sure she was in her bed. Your face.
It's because it just doesn't make sense. This is not.
So yeah, it could happen to anyone.
Yo.
I was like, what? You're gonna, hey babes, every morning I'm gonna send message to you with a picture of me in my bed to say I am in my bed.
And I'm gonna text back.
And I'm gonna text it to you to say
fuego with the fire emoji. Family, say caliente. Vamos a say caliente. Every day. Yeah.
Every single day. I don't know how long she did that for, because obviously decades. So I don't know how long she did that for.
That's like 360 times a year, fam. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of space.
And then, she said everything she did was about, she thought about Bobby. She got in the car, she thought about Bobby. She got to work, thought about Bobby, checked in with Bobby. Facebook Messenger was always on at work so she could continue to talk to Bobby throughout the day. It was an obsession. It's an obsession. And that's crazy because the person did not exist. You need some full-time therapy for that afterwards.
And absolutely. And then when you talk about therapy, the fact that this cousin started manipulating you to tell you, don't go after your career. Who are these people you're talking with? Who does that? Because what level
would destroy you? They don't like that you're too big for your boots.
You're thriving.
You're making bad money. You're that chick, and they don't like it. I don't know what she did to you in the childhood issues. I don't know what happened, but my God, you sit there and actually fully watch someone like just break down, and you've caused it. And you're on your Apple Watch going pew. Wow.
Yeah, and that just shows how human beings claim to love somebody, how that person can be there for that person every time. Isn't it Kirat?
Kirat, yeah.
Kirat was calling her cousin saying, oh, I'm hurting, I'm this, I'm that. the cousin was pretending to be the ear they listened to, but the cousin was going, "Oh, how can I flip this? This is going to be okay. This is going to work nicely.
Gonna work
It's
with the
nicely.
next
It was
thing
the
I'm
next
about to
thing
hit
I'm
her
about to hit with her. She's going to just take
I'm
it. It's going
about
to
to
come
hit
through
her.
like this. And she's going to be like, oh my God, how do you know how I feel? How do you understand? Oh my God, the manipulation.
Manipulation. Online relationships, I always feel like it's so scary. So scary. Even to like have real life relationships are scary, but online ones,
Online only.
and you don't see each other for years, and they come up with all sorts of reasons as to why they can't see you. I always talk about this. The film that he's just not that into you sums up exactly what a man would do if he could. Okay? He's just not that into you.
Shows.
Lets you know that if he's coming up with some reasons as to why he can't come and see you, and literally you guys live in the same city. Because some of that Catfish show, isn't it? Sometimes they live in the same city and they still don't see each other for decades. And I'm like, guys, you could literally catch a bus and come and see you. He could get a cab and come and see you, but he's made all the excuses under the sun.
Say,
Like this
nah,
one,
nah,
the
nah.
excuse was, he got shot and had a stroke. And
That's
was
a
in
top
Europe.
tier
It was
excuse.
a top tier excuse.
I know
That's a
man
real
that
reason.
be coming up with excuses, but that's like top tier. That's
Top
like
tier. You ain't getting out of that one. But some of the excuses, I'm just like, bruh, he don't want to see you. You ain't it. You ain't it. You are one of many. Come on now. This is a catfish.
that's mad.
It smells like a catfish. It looks like a catfish. It's a catfish, like for real. So
That's funny.
online relationships, guys. Be more mindful about what story you're being told. We are human beings that are we believe when people tell us stuff until it don't make no sense. And this story, none of it made sense.
Zero.
Like
It's like
zero.
this is where cynicism helps you because you go.
You need to be a little bit skeptical and be like, what do you mean? You're in witness protection, but you are contacting me. That make no sense.
How many movies have you seen? You know?
I watch a lot of Scorsese.
You know? Where they go in and all of this, the FBI shows.
Goodfellas will tell you exactly that
You know?
Witness protection, you are done. Okay?
You're out.
Watch a lot of Scorsese. A
You
lot of
know?
Tarantino. It will let you know witness protection don't let you do nothing.
You're gone.
Yeah? So to be able to contact her from Facebook Messenger and say, oh, I've changed my profile, they don't know it's me. But then family members, friends, can contact you as well. They were literally 60 people.
She made all those
All of those people up. It made no sense. It didn't make it make sense.
The amount of time you spend dedicating yourself into creating this facade is laughable, man. But it's very hurtful at the same time because you got to think misery loves company, man. You know, it loves company in a way that I will never understand. And the people that say they love each other, the amount of things they do to the people they say that they call themselves family is just...
Yeah, after I found out it was the cousin, I was just like, wow. I didn't expect it to be the cousin, you know. But then as they were getting into the story, I was like,
It's somebody that knew.
This cousin don't seem like she genuine.
She was hurt, man.
Yeah, it was just so sad. So the cousins obviously are not cousins anymore, ain't family no more. Destroyed that relationship. And Kirat actually sued her cousin because it was too much. A whole decade of her life gone. She can't get it back.
She lost on her business.
All sorts.
Earnings.
Yes. Her mental health, physical health, defamation of character, all sorts of it's all destroyed. Because your family is disgraced. Remember that. The family is...
How dare you do such a thing?
You've disgraced the family. Both sides. I don't know how the aunties and uncles would have been able to...
Ah, my God. They'll be having...
Because everybody is involved. You've involved everybody now.
They be having a
All
soiree.
the other cousins. Who do you trust?
You can't go to any of them functions no more. Which is a good. You might be saved by them functions. You can't get cash, no
And
bullets.
save your money. And
You
nobody's going to
can't
ask you when you get married.
No bullets.
When are you getting married? When are you having babies?
They was just seeing you giving you one of these.
Those up and down looks.
Up and down like, that's the one.
That's the one. I wouldn't even go because it's too much.
Nothing positive is coming from there.
No. So yeah, this story was something.
Top tier shit
It was
housery.
top
Yes.
tier catfishing. I just thought, gosh, this is another level of like being a con person.
Con artist,
It's
man.
a long con for
It's a long
real.
con. This is it.
It was a long con. I mean, I don't even know if any money was exchanged or anything. I don't know, but
what was the end goal? How long were you going to string this?
How long you were going to do it for? Because you had made her come to the hotel because you said you were back. So how long were you going to continue the facade for? It's just mad.
Because you cost her money, but she had to go to the hotel. She had to get there.
Yeah. I mean, there's more than the cost. There's so many things that she would have paid for, I'm sure, over the 10 years.
I'm in protection. I need this.
Yes,
I can't get this.
exactly.
I can't.
Exactly. So the witness protection story was very, well, it made her believe it. It's very gullible of her to believe it. But you could never be on Skype all day long and you're on witness protection. Just no. No. But yes, ignoring red flags.
She saw them, bro. She was just like...
She was literally...
She was like Floyd with
ducking,
that defense, bro.
Ducking. Like Frank Bruno out here, bro. Just ducking.
Where's that? I don't see. Where is that? She was like... She's like...
Oh, gosh. And then we have to be sure of the warning signs when we're in online relationships, guys. Be mindful. Like, just ask a few more probing questions so that you can be like, right. And you said you were going to do this because why? You know? Like, why is a good question to ask.
Yeah.
Why? Okay? But yeah, that's our 2 cents on Sweet Bobby.
What do you lot think?
Catfish nightmare. Okay? Which has been all over the place and widely discussed. So many women are like, what the hell?
What happened?
Yeah, even men are just like, what's happening?
Yo, what's good, fam?
Like, what is
I'm
going
shocked,
on?
man.
Your face.
It just doesn't make sense. Any man with sense and logic be just looking at this like, yo. Come on, man.
Come on.
At what point do you think this is just...
It's outrageous.
This is outrage,
It's
bro.
outrageous. But I think when you're in love and you just...
When you're lonely.
Yes.
Lonely.
Yes.
I
when
have
you're
nobody to call my own. You do what you do, man. You do what the team are doing what it do, man.
You do what it do,
man.
You do what it do. So, yeah, give us your take on Sweet Bobby. Have you seen it? Did you watch it?
Sweet Bobby is a thing.
Sweet Bobby is the name. So tell us what you think. Would you?
Do you know someone who has?
Would you?
Mm.
I know I wouldn't. But would you? Because
what would you do?
Witness protection is wild. But, tell us what you think. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Now I know.